My girlfriend tweeted, "I'm not property, I'm a person with rights." After I asked her to stop texting her ex, I retweeted it with, "Respecting your right to be single," and moved my stuff out. She showed up at my new place crying that I'd taken it too far. I, 28 male, have been with Olivia for about 2 years, moved in together 8 months ago. Everything was pretty solid until about 3 months ago when her ex Jesse started popping up in her notifications. At first, it was just occasional likes on her posts. Then came the DMs. I'm not the jealous type, but when your girlfriend's phone is constantly lighting up at 11 p.m. with messages from her ex, you notice. I brought it up casually one night. "Hey, Jesse's been texting you a lot lately. Everything okay?" She got defensive immediately. "We're just friends. We ended on good terms." Cool. I get it. I have exes I'm cordial with too. But this wasn't cordial. This was daily conversations, inside jokes, and him sending her memes at 2 a.m. The breaking point came last Tuesday. We were watching Netflix when her phone buzzed. She grabbed it quickly, but I saw the notification preview. "Can't stop thinking about that night we..." She saw me see it. Instead of explaining, she clutched her phone to her chest and said, "You don't own me." I asked her one simple thing. "Can you please stop texting your ex? It's making me uncomfortable, especially these late-night messages." Her response? She stormed off to the bedroom, and 20 minutes later, I see a notification that she's tweeted. I check Twitter, and there it is. "I'm not property. I'm a person with rights. No one gets to control who I talk to. My body, my choice, feminism, toxic masculinity." 67 likes, 23 retweets. Her friends in the comments calling me controlling and saying she deserves better. I sat there for maybe 5 minutes, just staring at my phone. Then I quote tweeted her post, "Respecting your right to be single." And that's exactly what I did. Update 1. Holy crap, this blew up. Thanks for all the support. Some of you asked for an update, so here we go. After I posted that tweet, I didn't wait around for the drama. I called my buddy Sean, who has a spare room, and asked if I could crash for a few days. He didn't even ask questions, just said, "Come through." I packed the essentials while Olivia was still in the bedroom subtweeting about men who can't handle independent women. Took me maybe 30 minutes to grab my clothes, laptop, PS5, and the important documents. Left my key on the counter with a note. "Rent's paid through the end of the month. After that, it's all you." The meltdown started about 2 hours later. First came the texts. "Olivia, where are you? Are you seriously leaving over a tweet? This is so immature. We need to talk about this, like adults." Then the calls. 17 of them. I didn't answer a single one. But here's where it gets interesting. Remember how she tweeted about her rights and independence? Well, turns out she forgot that independence comes with responsibilities, like paying bills. See, I'd been handling most of our expenses. Rent, utilities, groceries, streaming services. About 70-30 split, because I make more. Not because she couldn't afford it, but because she was saving for her art business. She sold 3 paintings in 2 years. By day 2, her tone changed. "Olivia, the electricity bill is due tomorrow. Are you going to pay it? Hello? You can't just abandon your responsibilities. This is financial abuse." I responded once, "I'm respecting your independence. You got this." Then she showed up at Sean's place. How she found out where I was, I don't know. Sean's girlfriend Hannah answered the door, took one look at Olivia's red puffy face, and called for me. Olivia was a mess. Makeup running, hair in a messy bun, wearing the same clothes from 2 days ago. "You took it too far," she sobbed. "It was just a tweet. I didn't mean it like that." "What did you mean then?" I asked. Jesse means nothing to me. You're overreacting." "Then why couldn't you just stop texting him?" Because you can't tell me what to do." "I didn't tell you what to do. I asked you to stop doing something that made me uncomfortable. You chose your ex over our relationship. I'm just respecting that choice." She tried to push past Hannah to get inside. "We need to talk. You can't just leave." "Actually, I can. I'm a person with rights, remember?" Update 2. Y'all, the entitlement has reached new heights. So after Olivia's failed attempt to storm Sean's place, she went full nuclear on social media. Posted a TikTok about how to spot a narcissist with not-so-subtle references to our relationship. Got her friends to brigade my social media with comments about how I'm abusive and controlling. But the real kicker? She changed the Netflix password, the Netflix I pay for. I simply canceled the subscription, along with Hulu, HBO Max, Disney Plus, and her gym membership that was on my credit card. You know, respecting her independence and all. The meltdown was immediate, Olivia. WTF? I was in the middle of a series. You're so petty. My trainer just texted that my membership was declined. This is actually psychotic behavior. Meanwhile, Jesse, sliding into the situation like the opportunist he is, started commenting on all her posts with supportive messages. You deserve someone who respects you, queen. His loss. Some men can't handle a strong woman. Here's the thing about Jesse that I haven't mentioned. Dude's been living with his mom for 5 years, drives a 2003 Honda Civic with a trash bag for a rear window, and his idea of a date is splitting a $5 Taco Bell box. But sure, king, shoot your shot. Then I get a text from an unknown number. It's Olivia's mom. Hi Noah, it's Gloria. I heard you and Olivia are having some troubles. She's staying with me now, and I wanted to talk to you about being the bigger person here. Relationships require compromise. Maybe you could apologize for overreacting, and you two can work this out? She's been crying for days. I responded politely. Hi Gloria, I appreciate your concern, but Olivia made her choice clear. I'm not interested in reconciling with someone who publicly disrespects our relationship. Hope you're both well. Gloria, but she didn't mean it. You know how she gets. And honestly, between you and me, she can't afford that apartment on her own. You'd really make her homeless over a silly tweet? Me. She's an independent adult with a job. I'm sure she'll figure it out. Then came the guilt trips from Olivia's friend group. Her bestie Catherine called me crying about how I'm ruining Olivia's life and how she's never seen her this broken. She made one mistake, Catherine wailed. You're really going to throw away 2 years over this? She made a choice, I said. She chose her ex and her independence over our relationship. I'm just respecting that choice. But she didn't mean it that way. Then maybe she should have thought before she tweeted. The apartment situation is where things got really spicy. Our lease is in both our names, but I've been paying most of the rent. I contacted the landlord, explained the situation, and offered to either take over the lease solo or break it and pay the penalty. He was cool about it. Apparently Olivia had been a nightmare tenant when she lived there before I moved in. Always late with rent, noise complaints, the works. He agreed to let me break the lease with 30 days notice. I'd lose the security deposit, but honestly, small price to pay for freedom. I texted Olivia the news, FYI, gave notice to the landlord. You have 30 days to find a new place. I already found a studio downtown. Good luck. The response was, unhinged. Olivia, you can't do this. My name is on the lease too. This is illegal. I'm calling a lawyer. Jesse says you can't just kick me out. I'll sue you for emotional distress. I'm not kicking you out. I'm moving out and ending the lease, which I have every right to do. You're welcome to talk to the landlord about getting a new lease in your name only. Radio silence for 2 hours. Then, he wants first month, last month, and security deposit. That's $4,500. I don't have that. You know I don't have that. Please don't do this. I'm sorry, okay? Is that what you want to hear? I'll block Jesse. The fake apology was cute, but I'd already signed the lease for my new place. A nice studio with a view, in-unit laundry, and gym in the building. Rent's actually less than what I was paying for half of our place. Funny how that works. Update 3. Final. Last update because I'm ready to close this chapter. So Olivia had to move back in with her mom, but not before one last attempt at manipulation. She convinced Catherine to text me, asking if I'd meet Olivia at a coffee shop to get closure. Said Olivia just wanted to apologize properly and return some of my stuff. Against my better judgment, I agreed. Brought Sean with me though. Wasn't about to walk into an ambush alone. Olivia showed up looking like she'd stepped out of a magazine. Full makeup, new dress, perfume I'd bought her for her birthday. She had a small box of my things, some books, a watch I'd left behind, a couple of t-shirts. Hi, she said softly. Thanks for meeting me. I just nodded. She launched into this speech about how she'd been doing a lot of thinking and realized her mistakes. How Jesse meant nothing and she'd blocked him on everything. How she was willing to work on herself if I'd give her another chance. I even started therapy, she said, eyes welling up. I know I messed up, but we were so good together. Remember our trip to Miami? Remember how you said I was your person? I did remember. I also remembered her tweeting that I was toxic for asking her to stop texting her ex. Olivia, I appreciate the apology, but I've moved on. I hope you find what you're looking for. That's when the mask slipped. Moved on? Her voice went sharp. It's been 2 weeks. You already found someone else, didn't you? Who is she? There's no one else. I'm just focusing on myself. Bullshit. Men don't leave unless they have someone lined up. She stood up, knocking over her coffee. You've probably been cheating this whole time. That's why you were so paranoid about Jesse. Sean stepped in. Yo, we're done here. But Olivia wasn't finished. She grabbed the box of my stuff and dumped it on the floor. You know what? Keep your shut. I hope she cheats on you like you cheated on me. The whole coffee shop was staring. The barista looked ready to call security. Olivia, I said calmly, gathering my things off the floor. This right here is why we're done. You can't even apologize without making it about you. She started ugly crying. You ruined my life. I'm living with my mother because of you. I'm 28 years old, living in my childhood bedroom. No, you're living with your mother because you chose tweeting about your rights over having an adult conversation about boundaries. You're living with your mother because you thought you could have your ex and me too. That's on you. We left her there, mascara running, screaming about how I'd regret this. Plot twist. Jesse hit me up on Instagram that night. Bro, I just wanted to say I had no idea she had a boyfriend. She told me you guys broke up months ago. I'm not that type of dude. My bad. I thanked him for reaching out. Turns out Olivia had been telling him we were basically roommates and growing apart. He blocked her after finding out the truth from her TikTok rants. It's been a month now. I'm settled in my new place. Got a promotion at work. Turns out not having relationship drama improves your focus. Who knew? Started hitting the gym, Sean recommended. Even went on a couple casual dates, though I'm not rushing into anything. Olivia still posts subliminal messages on Twitter. Lots of quotes about knowing your worth and men who can't handle independent women. Her mom unfriended me on Facebook, but not before sending one last message about how I broke her baby's heart. The funniest part? Remember that art business she was saving for? She started a GoFundMe to rebuild her life after financial abuse. Raised $73. Mostly from her mom and Catherine. Some of y'all said I was too harsh. Maybe. But here's the thing. I didn't ask for much. I asked my girlfriend to stop texting her ex at 2 a.m. Instead of having an adult conversation, she put me on blast on social media and called me toxic. She had every right to keep talking to him, and I had every right to leave. I'm not property either, I'm a person with standards. Thanks for following along on this wild ride, Reddit. I'm gonna go enjoy my drama-free life now. Edit, no, I'm not taking her back. Yes, I'm in therapy. Started before the breakup actually, best decision ever. And to the person who found Olivia's TikTok and linked it, please don't harass her. She's dealing with the consequences of her choices. Let's leave it at that.